After the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, God led the people on a journey through the wilderness. The people traveled for 3 days with nothing to drink. Then they found water, but could not drink it because it was bitter. The people grumbled and complained to Moses. Moses asked the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a tree. Moses threw the tree in the water, and the water miraculously became clean and good to drink. A few weeks later, God's people were grumbling again. They said, "If only we had died in Egypt. We had all the meat and bread we wanted there. But you brought us out here where we have nothing to eat. We will die of hunger." Moses and Aaron gathered all the people and said, "Tonight you will know that the Lord saved you from Egypt, and in the morning you will see the Lord's glory. Tonight the Lord will give you meat to eat, and in the morning you will eat bread until you are full, because he has heard your complaints." That night, quail covered the whole camp, and the Israelites were able to eat meat. In the morning, bread covered the ground like frost, and each person gathered as much as he needed for that day. Moses commanded them to gather as much as each person needed to eat, and not to save any of it until the next day. Some people did not listen and tried to keep some bread for the next morning, but the bread spoiled. It smelled bad and had worms in it. God wanted his people to rest on the seventh day of every week, called the Sabbath. The people were told to gather twice as much bread on the sixth day of each week, and no bread was on the ground on the Sabbath. This was the only day of the week that leftover bread did not go bad. God provided exactly what his people needed to eat each day. The people complained against Moses and against God, but God still chose to give them the food and water they needed. We are all sinners and are enemies of God, but Christ still chose to die for us so that we might be saved.